Hey there, Alphonse here, and coming up next, I'm going to do a little analysis of the 2008 presidential race. We do sell conspiracy DVDs for $1 delivered in the USA, and we're going to get our information from opensecrets.org. And they're going to talk about Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, John Edwards, Dennis Kucinich, Mitt Romney, Rudy Giuliani, McCain, Ron Paul, Huckabee. Yeah, we're going to take a look at where they get their money from. And they are banking on becoming president. And that is, believe it or not, fairly literal, as we'll see when we take a look at where their money is coming from. By and large, almost all of it, for some candidates, is coming from the international corporate banksters. Yep, banking on becoming president. Banking? Yes, they are banking on it. They're doing business with the banks. Now, when somebody gives money to a candidate, well, let's talk about that later. Here's a side-by-side comparison of two of the top competitors here. And their contributions are coming from places like Hillary Clinton here, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, J.P. Morgan, Merrill Lynch, Ernst & Young, almost all bankers, all the top. You got Cablevision Systems, and then Barack Obama, Goldman Sachs, Lehman Brothers, J.P. Morgan and Associates, and you can take a look at all this stuff at opensecrets.org. Yeah, here's Hillary Clinton. We'll take a closer look. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, Emily's List, don't know what that is. National Amusements Incorporated, don't know what that is either. J.P. Morgan Chase and Company, Merrill Lynch, Time Warner, Ernst & Young, and there's Barack Obama, and you got the same Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Lehman Brothers, National Amusements Companies. Somebody, it looks like these people are betting on all the horses in the race. And then what do they expect in return when you give somebody, $300,000? Now here's John Edwards. He's also got Goldman Sachs, Learman, or no, he doesn't have Learman. Citigroup Incorporated, but not as many corporate banksters. Morgan and Morgan, that's probably a bank. I don't know. And then we see Dennis Kucinich. Not one banker on there. You do have General Electric, which is a military industrial complex corporation. That's about it. And his brother was found dead a month ago. They were going to do an autopsy, but I can't find the results of the autopsy. And then he dropped out of the race. And here's McCain, Citigroup, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase, Credit Suisse Group, Morgan Stanley, Deloitte Touche, and Tohomatsu. And then we look at Mitt Romney, Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, American Financial Group, Price Waterhouse Coopers, J.P. Morgan and Chase, Credit Suisse, UBS America, Lehman Brothers, Ron Paul. This is interesting, Ron Paul. He got, his top contributor is Google Inc., the U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy, Microsoft, the U.S. Air Force, Cisco Systems, Verizon, Ford Motor Company, General Dynamics, military industrial complex, manufacturer of the M1 Abrams tank in Lima, Ohio. Been to the plant. General Motors, Deutsche Bank. There's a couple of banks in there. Raytheon, military industrial complex company. So you've got the U.S. Department of Defense. It looks like, and he's anti-war, it looks like the military people are supporting an anti-war candidate, doesn't it? Sure does. But then at the same time, you've got military industrial complex companies who profit from wars, and the sale of tanks and so forth, supporting them too, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you want to delve into this further, I invite you to go to opensecrets.org and take a look. But I'll tell you what, if you're voting for Hillary or Obama or McCain or that other guy, whatever his name is, you're really voting for the international corporate banksters. And good luck with that. Those guys, those international corporate banksters, don't care about you. They do care about your money. They want it. They want to steal it from you, and they've been doing it for years. The history of these Morgan Stanleys and Chase goes all the way back to 1913 and the Wilson administration. Call them the creatures from Jekyll Island. They did a coup d'etat in the United States back then, and it's not been the same since. That was, they caused the advent of the Federal Reserve banking system. Can't go into all the details of that. That would take too long. But I would recommend that you take a look at who these people are, these banksters, and what they're about. Hey, if you check out our conspiracy DVDs for $1, you'll find The Money Masters, Money is Debt, and they'll fill you in on a little bit about who these banksters are. I like to call them banksters because it rhymes with gangsters, and that's what they are. Make no mistake about it. And if you elect one of these candidates that are backed by the banksters, you're essentially electing the policy of the banksters. Make no mistake about it. I wouldn't recommend doing that. This is Alphonse signing off for now.